Hello everyone, welcome to Just Academy. In this tutorial I'm going to talk about the template material and light filters in Gaffer 3. So this is the second part of our Gaffer 3 tutorial series in our Katana tutorial series. So basically in this tutorial I have a interior scene ready for you guys. So I'm going to talk about these topics by lighting this interior scene. So in this tutorial we're going to we are going to see the full power of Gaffer 3 node. So we are going to approach this work as a shot basis. So basically I have three different cameras. One is side and the other one is front cam and back cam. So I'm going to create a master lighting for this interior, and I'm going to use the same master lighting parent-child approach, and I'm going to affect the scene in the child Gaffer 3 node. So yeah, I'll explain everything in a minute. So let's dive into the tutorial. So let's first create the Gaffer 3 node here. Create a PXR dome light. Let's scale this down and so that we can see the scene better. So when you analyze the scene, you can see we have some tube light holders. So in order to mimic that, I'm going to create a cylinder light on all the holders. So in this case, I'm just going to create first one cylinder light and press F to see our light here. Maybe we can okay. Okay, we haven't changed the in and out sync here, so this is a good example to explain that. So as you can see here, so you need to make sure always turn this in and out so that you can flawlessly work in between your viewport and your scene graph. This helps a lot. And I'm going to place this light on. I'm going to turn this viewer visibility flag here, and I'm going to just expand this lights here so that I can see all the lights in our viewport like this. You can just select the light and use the vertex snapping this way. So I'm going to snap it like this. Yeah, so this is really cool and helps us a lot. So I'm going to turn this off and let's scale this. Maybe I can go to top view and press F like this, and in the view let's change the mode to wireframe. Let's go and check in the front view as well. Press F. Change the viewport mode to solid and go to perspective and see the placement. Yeah, place it as much good as possible. So let's launch the IPR. Okay, so we have a dome light. I'm going to connect a texture to our dome light. The cliff and the overcast pure sky. So I'm going to now change the color of the light. So maybe I want to multiply the color with some kind of a teal bluish kind of tone. Yeah, I think this will work. So this is fine. So yeah, now let's rotate the light. Basically this will help us to select the scene, light in your scene if you enable everything visible, so you can select your light from any angle as you want. So instead of going like this and select your light like this. So yeah, so now let's change the exposure. Okay, so as you can see here, so now our tube lights are working fine. So now all we have to do is we need to copy this light and paste all over the tube light holders, but you can see we have so many lights in this scene, so it is very tedious and it's very hard to copy paste. And once if you want to change the lighting, so it is not possible to select all the lights and change the attributes that way. So instead of working that way, so you have to use template lighting. So basically in order to create a template material, so you need to go into this add and create this template material. Basically a template material is like a material, and you can assign this material to all other lights in the scene. So in this case I'm just going to create the light, light shader here, and from this we need to create the cylinder light. So basically we have created a cylinder light shader here. So you can see here we don't have any transform controls to this and any light linking controls. We have only the materials. So this is like a parent, and we don't have any control here. This is just a shader. So in this case I'm just going to assign this template material to our PXR dome light. So in order to assign this, you need to select the light that you want, and in the shaders column, so you need to double click, and you can see our template material here. I'm just going to rename this first. So I'm going to double click and select your tube lights here, and actually nothing happens because basically at this moment we have locally override this. Now when I change this to default, you can see nothing happens. So once I go into our tube lights template material, now if you change here, so it will affect the scene now. So you can see now this template material affects this lighting here. So if you want any local override, so you can see we have R, which means reference. So this parameter is actually reference from this tube lights template material. So now if you want change anything, so you can just go into this and change anything that you want. So when you have multiple lights, this will work accordingly. So in this case I'm just going to copy and paste, duplicate several times and place the lights accordingly. So yeah, I'm just going to pass the IPR, and let's go to top view. So we need to have 11 more lights in the scene. So I'm going to duplicate this. Basically you can use Ctrl D. So we have all our cylinder lights are available now. So I'm going to select all the cylinder lights, and I'm going to create a rig here, and drag and drop into this. So basically here is our rig that contains all our tube lights. So now all I have to do is I need to select, it's already selected here. So if you want, you can select everything and you can change on a single go like this. So we have our 11 lights here, and I'm going to just select the lights here, and I'm going to move something like this. Basically, instead of creating like this, I can reuse these 3 lights. Control D for three times. Yeah. Now again we have all the lights now available for us. Select every 3 lights and move accordingly. So now if I launch the IPR now, so as you can see here, so all the lights are now using the one particular template material. Now I'm just going to reduce the exposure. Maybe we can go for 9, and let's enable the temperature, and maybe let's go for 4500, maybe 5000. Yeah, I think this will work. Okay, so let's change the intense exposure. So now you can see here, I think I'm happy with the lighting, but I can see a lot of fireflies are there, so it is a bit tough to clear all these fireflies using the sampling. So I'm just going to use this in the refine tab. You can have this intensity near distance. So basically this helps us to getting rid of your washed out look. So in this case maybe I can increase the light even more, and I can explain. So basically you can reduce the increase the value to, basically maybe I can dial in more values. Maybe 50 can work, 100. Now we can see we have already get rid of a lot of our fireflies. Maybe we can reduce the exposure. Yeah, I think this will work. So yeah, I'm happy with the exposure and all the other stuffs. I'm going to explain the light filter here. So basically, in order to create a light filter, right click and create a PRMan light filter like this. In this case, I'm just going to use a blocker light filter. We have our light filter, but as I already mentioned you, so creating one light or light filter and duplicating for multiple times and controlling all together is not will not work actually. So instead of doing that way, so the light filter, so basically we use template material for lighting, but for light filter I'm going to create a reference light filter. Drag and drop this light filter out from my rig, and I'm going to create a reference light filter. So basically you have your light filter, blocker light filter here, and all you need to do is create your light filter reference here, and you can just select in the material. Okay, so in the reference spot you need to connect your light filter from your scene graph this way. So by doing this you can connect your light filters. So basically this will now have only one control. So all you have to do is you need to kind of copy this multiple times. So let's duplicate this. So let me expand this for a while, and I'm going to drag and drop like this. Cool. So now we have duplicate all our light filters and connected everything to our lights accordingly. So now all I have to do is I need to play with our light filters now. So in this case I'm just going to enable everything, and let's go to perspective view to see our light blocker filter. So yeah, select our light blocker and see where it is. So let's press F and see it. So I'm going to scale this up, and let's first check whether it's working or not. Cool. Yeah, as you can see here, now our light filters are working fine for all the lightings. So basically if you connect one light filters to at a time means, so it is a very tedious process. So basically this light filter reference helps a lot when it comes to a situation like this. So yeah, and now I'm going to scale this, and I'm going to change the some of the parameters here. I'm going to change the edge so that I can get some soft fall off here. Yeah, so like this, now our light filters are just working fine the way I want. So yeah, so this is the actual concept of it, but I'm not gonna work on this. I have already created something for you, so instead of wasting your time, so this is a tedious process, so I don't want to waste your time in this. So it's already a bit of a boring subject now, so I'm going to replace my Gaffer 3 with the one that I've already created. Let's launch the IPR. It has more or less the same. So this is my scene, and we have I have placed some more lights here. I have created 3 different template materials. One is for the tube lights on the ground floor, and there are a few more lights at the first floor here. So I've created another template material for the top lights, and I have created another light template material for this tungsten lights. Yeah, as you can see here, if you want to change, so you can just change it just like this. You can select any template material that you want, and you can increase or decrease the lighting according to your wish. So yeah, so basically this is my lighting, I haven't changed anything here. I pretty much use the same HDRI, the exposure. I barely changed some temperature to 5000, and other than that the intensity near distance. So yeah, so nothing too fancy. So now I have my master light here, so I'm just going to rename this to master light. Now I'm going to show you the shot based workflow using the Gaffer 3. So now I have the master light here. Now I'm going to create a Gaffer 3 in this RS front cam. So basically I'm just going to launch an IPR, and I'll show you how this looks in this camera. So as you can see here, this is my front view. We already using the master light here, but I'm going to change the lighting without touching anything in the master light Gaffer 3 node. But before doing that, I'm going to make some changes. So basically I'm going to use a pure man object statement, and I'm going to hide this walls. I have a separate group for that, the front wall, and I'm going to connect it here. And let's go to the visibility and change the camera to no. We made it invisible, and we don't want this this shutter also. This is shutter 3 basically. Yeah, I don't want this shutter object also, so I'm going to add into the selection. Cool. So now we have a good front view, and now I'm going to do is I'm going to add the new Gaffer 3 node in this. And so now you can see our Gaffer 3 node is empty. All I have to do is you need to click this little icon, and you need to select show incoming scene. Now whatever the incoming lighting we have will be available here to view here, but we're not able to edit anything here, so no options are available yet. So in order to make this edit, so we need to select and right click Adobe for editing. Light is now active, so it's not grayed out anymore, and you can see the parameters are visible now. So this was really helpful. So now you can make the changes and it will work here. So now if I render from here, it's still using our master light. So we haven't changed anything in our master light. It's just a parent-child kind of workflow that we have seen in our materials section. So this is really a useful way. So let's say if you have a different shots, you can have a master light, and you can use Adobe for editing, and you can show the incoming scene, and you can edit it per shot basis. So in this case, I don't want to change anything in the exposure. So let me keep the exposure as it is, but I'm just going to change the blocker light filter. So basically, let's right click Adobe for editing, and let's change the placement. We want some more lights, so according to our camera angle. So I think, yeah, I'm happy with the results. So now you can see it works perfectly fine. Even if you move it like this and check here, it will still work. Cool. As you can see here, it's still there even if you view it here and here. So it actually affects just in this Gaffer 3. So this is extremely cool. So I'm just going to undo this, and yeah, let's launch the IPR from render settings front. Cool. As you can see here, this is working fine. And the one more feedback that I have for this shot is we can change the brightness here. So it's a bit washed out at this moment. So let's select the tube lights top TM, template material, so Adobe for editing, and now yeah, so let's change the exposure to 7, shift right click and drag to crop the region. Yeah, I think this will work. Yeah, I'm happy with the brightness. And if you don't want your editing to be appear, and if you changed your mind, and if you want your changes to be deleted, all you have to do is you need to right click and delete edit package. So in this case, I haven't changed anything in the tube lights template material, so I can delete edit package. So yeah, so we are happy with the render settings front camera. So now I'm going to work on the RS back. right click, launch the light render. Cool. So again, so I have to place Gaffer 3. Let's show incoming scene, and so first let's play with the light blocker, adopt for editing, and change the placement. Maybe I don't want this to be affect this angle. So basically I have the lights reduce the intensity of these lights, so I don't want these lights to be reduced that much here, so that I can just select the lights separately and edit accordingly. So in this case I'm just going to select the light, sync in and out. Okay, I want to enable everything to be editable. Adopt for editing. It takes a bit of time to load all the parameters and other stuffs. Yeah, so now it's enabled. Now I can select the light here and it will reflect here. So in this case I would like to change the localize to maybe to 1. Cool, so it's just working fine. So I'm going to do the same for other 2 lights as well. Okay, so yeah, I'm really happy with the result. So you can see here now we haven't changed anything. If I press D and disable this, still my master light is same. So this is really helpful, and this is the real power of Gaffer 3 and Katana. So this is the one of the main feature I love the most in Katana. So yeah, we have pretty much covered about the template material, light filters, and shot based master and child lighting workflow. So yeah, that's it for this tutorial, and thanks for watching.